you want to deliver a message, you gotta be consistent. If you don't see consistency, you won't even know where it's coming from. The brand, it is what ties everything together.
Their Instagram looks a certain way, their website looks a different way.
If you go to an Instagram page, you see consistency. You go to the website, you see the same colors, same brand, same everything. You know what brand it is. You start recognizing it. That's how your brand should be, consistent.
What type of people do you guys find yourself working with the most?
All right, so we basically most with everyone. We work with everyone. We've worked with a couple of industries, so banking, telecommunication.
Oh shit, okay.
We were both.
You guys are professionals, sorry.
We were at DDB. DDB is a global agency. It's one of the top 5 in the world. So we worked for that I worked for it for like 7-8 years, and Vic over 10. Because I quit earlier. I quit in 2015. So we've seen everything in the industry. We've worked with every type of business there is.
Got it.
So what happened was we kind of got tired of the corporate stuff. I mean, that shit is way too boring. So banks,
Corporate's such a pain in the ass.
Oh my God. You had so many rules, so many bullshit you needed to follow that we needed to get out of that.
Yeah, everybody just wants to hear their voice heard, right? They want to have meetings about meetings, and you better pay attention to what the feedback going to give you. Even though I hired you and I have no clue how to do it, I'm going to tell you what I want to be seen. I can't imagine that would last forever.
And that basically kills creativity as well.
Yeah.
It still happens. But now you're just a bit more free to react. It still happens, and it still will happen. So
I mean, clients sometimes maybe they know their business best, so they know the direction they want to follow, but sometimes it's not the direction we want to go with, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes when they listen to us, it gets better because we know creativity and we've seen what's going on. Sometimes the thing clicks, but some other times we fuck up as well, of course. I mean, we got some crazy abstract idea that we get it and creative people get it, but like most of the audience will not get it at all. So
you start creating stuff for other artists, not for the actual client and that sort of thing. So even though we're talking about graphics and sort of like meeting the needs of the client, everybody watching, again, thinking about everybody that's here, like we coach clients and that sort of thing. So what have been some ways that you can meet the client in the middle, or maybe that's even the wrong approach when they're like, hey, like this is the feedback I have, and you're like, but that's dog shit feedback. I've been doing this for many, many years now. This is actually the correct answer, but they just keep pushing back. Like, how do you guys have those conversations to make the client feel heard, but also give them a deliverable that is also going to convert and actually make them like a powerful figure? All
right, so nowadays, advertising is not an exact science. Well, it never was. Advertising, like this?
Yeah, a little bit further out now.
All right.
Like, perfect, there you go.
All right, now I get it.
Yeah.
All right, good. So, advertising is not an exact science. Well, even medicine is not an exact science, you know? We only got math, physics, and all that stuff that's exact. So, in advertising, you got to try a lot. So, you got to test your ads, you got to see how they do, and then if you need to change something, you gotta be fast. You gotta react really fast. If you see that something is not working out, you gotta change it. You gotta change it right away. So whenever the client is right about that, so whenever the numbers are not adding up, we switch right away. We change the strategy, we change the graphics, we change everything until it works.
Yeah.
Because this game is trying something every single day.
What if What if the client's not really interested in waiting? Like, and you're like, but look, I promise you this is going to work. Just give us a little bit more time. Like, I guess maybe you guys are at the level where you don't really have the luxury of time, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah. What are you say?
Actually, sometimes we think about our clients and try to avoid this kind of clientele that does not trust on our guts.
Yeah.
Not even design and professionalism.
Yeah. So then finding clientele that allows the creative freedom, kind of away from the corporate world, because that's it's got to be our font and our color scheme. Anything else is blasphemy. But looking at, again, kind of thinking about like who's here right now. What are, I guess, some of the issues you've seen when, like, hey, like, I would love to hire you guys. Like you guys can look at my logos and you can tear them all to shit if you want. But
We probably will.
I come to you and I'm like, hey guys, I think I want to like update this, but I think my logo's great. Like what common issues are you finding with, again, like fitness professionals or even like clinicians that are here, like some of the things that they're bringing to you and you're like, you think this is cool, but this is actually not that good.
All right. So the biggest problem is they have like emotional attachment to the stuff they did, and you gotta really try to work this psychology. You gotta tell them up front, but you gotta convince them that their stuff, whatever they're doing right now, is not doing good. I mean, numbers are numbers, but you need good stuff. You need aesthetic stuff. You still need it. I mean, what we talked about yesterday, we said that you need to put affection and emotion in your ads, because if you only have attention, and the attention is quick, it's short, you only will get a quick sale. However, if you're here to stay, if you're here to actually do a change in the industry, you definitely need to do affectionate and emotional ads.
Got it. So obviously you need to have the online presence. You got to have the good looking logo. You got to
Yep.
have the aesthetic and all this stuff.
Yep.
Some people don't have the revenue right now to invest into that. With that in mind, again, so please correct all of this.
Yeah, of course.
And I would like for you guys to butcher this all to hell, because what I'm going to ask you is, all right, I can't afford it, so I'm just going to use AI and lean on that. What are the pitfalls when you lean on AI to help you with your branding?
Actually, that's a start.
Okay.
So you can start with that, and
Right.
then we meet.
Meet somewhere in the middle,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
or maybe I use it as like, I think I like this look. Can you guys kind of like finesse that?
Yeah. I mean, we use AI as well,
Okay.
but we don't use the generic AI. I mean, we use paid tools, and of course, we post-edit everything in Photoshop and Illustrator. AI is a great tool to save time.
Got it.
So we're not gonna talk shit about it at all.
Okay, cool. All right,
It's
well,
not
I really
a bad. It's
appreciate
not
that.
a bad option. But that's what actually we're trying to do. So we're trying to make this industry affordable. We're coming from Albania actually, so we're not from here at all. And the good thing about Albania is that our team doesn't get paid as much as here. They're not underpaid. They're paid perfectly well, even better than the market over there. However, they're paid much less than here.
Yeah.
What makes us, it actually makes us give you guys better prices than over here. Sometimes even half the price that's over here.
Yeah. Our
So-
dollar goes a little bit further over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So if you actually want a good brand, if you actually want good ads, we're here to actually make that happen. You know?
And then so then what services or like because again, like some of the people I've been talking to where they're like, oh, I'm a doctor, or I'm a clinician, or I'm a coach, and then you realize like, oh wait, but you don't prescribe just TRT, you don't just prescribe macros, you actually have like long conversations, and you really uncover a lot of stuff. And so like when I hear graphics or graphic designer, I'm like, oh, you create logos, cool. What else? Where's the real gold in what you guys do?
So we do stuff from basically logos. Every designer does them.
Of course.
I mean, logos are actually one of the coolest things to work on, and they, in my opinion, they take the most time. If you want to do a proper one, it's going to take at least a month, because you got to study. You got to actually do your research first, but then you got to create the brand. The brand it is what ties everything together. So basically, you got the logo, you do your branding, you choose your colors, your fonts, you choose everything that you need for your brand. You choose the type of photography you're gonna do, what it's gonna say. You choose the language you're gonna talk. Everything like that is actually something that an agency does. Besides that, we do websites, we do brochures, we do books, everything basically. And this is not even a quarter of what we really do, you know.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
everything gets tied up together when we actually do a whole campaign of things. Big campaigns are fun. Big campaigns are amazing, because wherever you are in every single media, you're consistent. That's how your brand should be, consistent, and that's what we make happen.
Yeah. Are you guys finding that like the biggest mistake that somebody can make is the inconsistency with like their Instagram looks a certain way, Their website looks a different way. Their emails look a different way. Like how far down do people really got to make sure they're buttoned up? Meaning, like, does their Instagram profile even matter? Like, what parts of their Instagram matter? Like, is it just the profile? Is it every post? Like, how far, like, deep into things do people need to pay attention to?
So let's say daily stuff you post on Instagram, right? They don't have to be extremely consistent. However, if you want to deliver a message, you gotta be consistent. So if you want to have, let's say, an event, or let's say podcast, podcast needs to be consistent. Every single post,
The most
every
consistent.
single one. Because if not, who's gonna know what podcast it is? I mean, there's millions of them. Like, there's millions of graphic agencies. Like, there's millions of fitness professionals and doctors and everything like that. So, let's say you go to an Instagram, you go to a website, you go to the Facebook page, you see an email. If you don't see consistency, you won't even know where it's coming from. Sometimes you're just gonna throw it in the trash. You're not even gonna open it. However, if you go to an Instagram page, you see consistency. You go to the website, you see the same colors, same brand, same everything. You know what brand it is. You start recognizing it. The brand is what ties everything together. You got the logo, you do your branding, you choose your colors, your fonts, everything gets tied up together when we actually do a whole campaign. Campaigns are amazing because wherever you are in every single media, you're consistent. That's how your brand should be, consistent.
Are you guys